Hello and welcome to Post Perspective TV. This is our NAB edition for 2021. We are obviously not on the show floor, but we're going to keep rolling until we can get back to Vegas. So today we're very happy to have with us Matt Allard of Dell Technologies. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Dana. Yeah, I know we all wish we were on the show floor. We were really hoping to be there this fall, but this is a great alternative. We'll do what we can.
Exactly. And April. I'm crossing fingers for April. Got
Yeah, indeed.
We'll see. Well, Dell has been very busy throughout this whole pandemic period. And so I know you have some product news and also some educational initiatives that you've been taking under your wing, which is very great and exciting for users.
Yeah.
So let's start with the product stuff, updates that Dell has had in the recent times.
Yeah, we've done really some major enhancements to our mobile product line, our mobile workstation product line. Most of those shipped in the summer, in the summertime. We announced them a little earlier in the year, and I think if you looked at them, a lot of people look at them as a small turn of the crank. The physical form factors didn't change on those mobiles. We really did a big change of those last year. But this year, the internals entirely changed. And that meant support for things like PCIe Gen 4 graphics and storage. And, for people that don't know the technology side of it as well, that's double the bandwidth. And so it really can matter for people in the post community, people doing high resolution video work. You now have higher performance graphics. It also meant we could support the latest generation NVIDIA Ampere graphics. So those are just out on the market as well. And that's up and down the product line, all the way from the A2000 mobile product all the way up to the A5000 mobile product. So big changes there. We also had some smaller changes to our tower lines. And again, introducing PCIe Gen 4 graphics and storage there. I'm particularly excited
the tower
about
lines as well.
Yeah, in the 3000 series, which is sort of our entry tower. I particularly like our 3650 tower because it can take a big graphics card like an A5000 graphics card. It's got a 1,000-watt power supply option, so you can really build a pretty fast, beefy system in a small form factor tower. So some good new additional products in the mix. And more than you can tell just by looking at the skin, if you will.
We don't want to be remiss. One of the elephants in the room, joining the pandemic, caused by the pandemic. Obviously, a lot of companies are having supply chain issues at this point. Where is Dell with that, and how are you addressing this?
Oh, everybody's subject to it, including Dell. I think it definitely has created challenges in our business. No doubt, it's meant that customers are, some cases having to wait longer for their configuration. But I think the good news for us is that Dell is, given the size of the company, sort of the size of our supply chain, we are able to actually get equipment and gear, and we're actively shipping product. We've actually had record sales in the workstation division and across the company, despite all of the supply chain problems. So, I think we're feeling, okay about where we are. Obviously, if we had more equipment, we'd ship even more. But, I think the good news is, like, even the machines that I've been ordering, I actually got, I think 6 or 7 of our new mobiles in the last 2 weeks. So they weren't that long in order time.
And in fact, I think you have, we talked a little bit pre-game, you have a new promotion because you actually are sending things out.
Yeah, so this is, I think, really exciting promotion. Dell has been super interested in attracting kind of people that are new to video and film creation, want to learn more, want to sharpen the saw, and so we've partnered with Future Media Concepts to deliver free application training whenever you buy a new precision workstation. And so if you're not familiar with FMC training, you can go to fmctraining.com and see their catalog. Essentially, you can pick one course from their training catalog when you order a new Precision workstation, and that's available today. One little wrinkle, we're sort of in the pilot phase of this program, where you need to talk to a Dell salesperson, so you can pick up the 800 number, and there's a SKU, sort of an order number, order code, to get this free training. And so if you give that order code to your Dell salesperson, they'll add it into your Precision order at no cost, and then you'll have that entitlement kind of registered, and you can exercise that training. What's nice about this is FMC covers a lot of ground with their training. They cover all of Adobe Creative Cloud. They're actually a recently approved Adobe Creative Cloud authorized training center, but they also do Avid training. They do Blackmagic Resolve training. They even cover some CAD products on the Autodesk side. So there's lots of things that they'll cover in terms of learning new things about the product. And if you're not familiar with their courses, they're online, but they're not those kind of on-demand self-run ones. These have an instructor.
Right, they're actual courses.
Yeah, so you can interact with somebody. So if you want to learn something specific, you can actually have an interaction with the instructor. And that's really FMC's calling card. So.
And the FMC courses, I looked in a while, but I mean, they run $800, $900. I mean, it's not a, it's a very nice offer.
Yeah, I mean, in some cases, like there are courses that are like $1,200. You know, sort of the 3-day online courses they run can be $1,200. That's getting close to the cost of a workstation. So it's a great value, and it sort of shows we have a great deal of interest in helping people kind of master, their art, their craft in this space.
Great. Well, get us the SKU number, and we'll do it as a lower third. So when you're actually watching this, you can now just sit down and see the SKU number like magic, and we'll put it on the site with your video as well. And then speaking of some of those partners of yours, NAB unfortunately got cut off at the 11th hour, but Adobe Max was always going to be virtual this year. And I think you're working with them fairly closely.
Yeah, Adobe is a really important partner for Dell, and we were pleasantly surprised by how big Adobe Max was last year. I mean, moving from a sort of in-person on-site event, which normally was, 15,000 people in Los Angeles. Last year online, I think they registered 620,000 people. So it was free and global and virtual. So maybe that facilitates kind of growing, but it's incredible reach for us. So we've sponsored again, and part of our sponsorship is we're streaming a session, and I'm really excited about the session because it's with Ryan Connolly of Film Riot. And I don't know if you know Film Riot, but they're all about kind of short films and short film production. And Ryan has been wanting to tell this story about how to make your first short film. What's the process? What's the approach to it end to end? And so he's doing a 30-minute session, how condensed is that, about how to do your first short film and kind of showing you the passion for which they do. And if you're not familiar with Film Riot, check them out. They've got like 2 million followers on YouTube. They're just amazing. So that's one of the sessions that we're doing. We have a couple of short tips and techniques videos, one on kind of how to do color grading and maximizing your monitor space usage. It's kind of a helpful little tip from Jeff Greenberg. And then, we've got a little VR video from one of our customers showing how they've made this transition from traditional two-dimensional graphics to doing VR work. One of the most exciting things is we proposed a session to Adobe, and this is really for Adobe's own tracks. It's not a sponsored track, but for Adobe's tracks with Mike Lebecki. Mike is a Dell ambassador, but he's also a National Geographic explorer. A guy who's
crazy man.
He's a little crazy.
Places.
But he's a sweetheart of a guy, and he's doing a lot of stuff to help the environment and to protect polar bears. And he's going to talk a little bit about his process, about what he does. And so if people don't know him, he does vertical rock face climbings, but he also documents it. He's a photographer, cinematographer, does the post editorial. He's done VR work. Really interesting guy, and we were so psyched when Adobe accepted our submission for their own tracks. So we're hoping lots of people sign up. If you don't know, Adobe Max is free, so free. Please attend the Dell sessions, both Mike Lebecki session and the Ryan Connolly session. They're great. We really welcome you. And the last thing I'll say about that is Dell is contributing 2 pieces of gear for the raffle. One for the Max game. We're contributing a 40-inch ultra-wide display, 5K display with like 98% P3 video color space coverage. So it's a great monitor for post-production. You got to play the Max game to enter. And then if you register for the Film Riot session or visit the Dell booth, you get entered into our drawing for a Precision 5560 thin and light mobile workstation. And that will have an A2000 RTX card in it. So it's like a $5,000 value prize. So sign up for free for Adobe Max, come visit our sessions, come show yourself at the Dell booth, and maybe you'll win a prize.
Free, great content, and a chance to win a prize.
Yeah, how can you beat that?
Can I enter?
You can enter, but I don't know. You will not be randomly drawn, I suspect.
No,
so.
I don't think so either. Fine. Okay, well that's great. And will any of this content be available on the Dell channels as well after Adobe Max, or are they Adobe Max exclusive?
Adobe Max will keep that content up. They like our session from last year with Vashini Demansky is still up from 2020. So yeah, so I expect it'll be up there for quite a while. I will say that those sessions, when they premiere, the artists will be there to answer questions. So there's a good reason to actually attend if you want to ask Vash, if you want to ask Ryan or Mike a question or two.
Wonderful. I know everybody's missing that sense of interaction that we used to
Right.
have. The table content is great. It opens it up to another group of people, but you do miss that live interaction.
Yep.
And then you touched on it a little bit with Mike, but virtual production is something that Dell has been looking at a lot more, supporting. Do you want to talk about some of your initiatives there?
Yeah, we have customers doing this all the time. And so part of what I have an interest in and we try to advance is that this is not something that's only available to studios. I mean, the reality is tools like Epic Unreal or Unity are very accessible, and they can be a real tool for filmmakers and creators right now. And so we have a long relationship with Vashini Demansky, who's an ace editor and a really great guy. He's actually 4 episodes through a 5-episode series on a short film he created called The Seed. It was an educational project he wanted to do. And part of the project was to use the Unreal Engine for virtual filmmaking and visual effects for this little independent movie he made. Again, it was really just a few people making it. And the VFX work is being done by a fellowship, Epic Fellowship winner, Azra Rosna Alkin. She's awesome, really, really great. Has great credentials. And she's helping out to do that and to help Vashi learn something. He'd never done anything of this sort with the game engine technology, and really wanted himself to learn how can this be applied, what can I learn, and he's sharing his learnings. And with Vashi, he's always so genuine about it. It's just great to see what he's done. And so 4 episodes through already. There's a 5th one I think hitting soon, and then
and that's 4 episodes of a 5-episode behind the scenes series.
Yeah, it's a behind the scenes series, and he's also going to premiere the movie as a final effort. So there'll be a sort of premiere party, and there is a Precision 5750 raffle for that event as well. So lots of ways you could win a Precision, but I think most exciting is sort of the educational nature of the content, and that you could learn something new and learn about the tools that are out there that can, create better content.
And how can people access that series?
So the best place to see it right now is on YouTube. Vashi has just look for VASHI Nedomansky, Nedomansky. Look for Vashi's channel on YouTube, and you'll be able to see the series there. He's got some other content there from some other projects we did historically, but that one's hitting, and he's all over social media, but that's the place to see it.
Well, a lot going on, and always
Mhm.
wonderful to hear about the educational initiatives because they're so important as we bring up the next generation of creatives.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally believing that.
Well, thank you as always for joining us, Matt. As I said, fingers crossed that next time we do this, we'll be in person. We shall see. But great as always seeing you, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, nice speaking with you as well. Thanks, Dana.
And that's us saying thanks for watching. We'll see you soon from Post Perspective TV. Bye bye.